Well, since I only have 7 minutes left, I'll try to see if I can explain this one under 10 minutes. So, 7 minutes left. So if you guys look at this problem, a couple things we need to do. Let's just go through the steps, try to make this as quick as possible. First thing you guys do is find the amplitude. That is going to be the absolute value of A. A is your number in front of your function. So I'm going to have the absolute value of negative 10. Actually, let's write out absolute value of A.
Teachers, pardon the interruption. At this time, please dismiss all ninth graders to the auditorium.
Okay.
Please allow them to bring their belongings. Thank you.
So the amplitude is going to tell us how far my graph is going to go above and below my x-axis. The period is going to tell you how long it takes for your graph to make one cycle. So my period is going to be 2 pi over b, where b is your number in front of x. Now remember, I keep on telling you guys this. The biggest mistake students make is they say that their b is pi. It is pi, but it's also that pi is being divided by 6, Mike. Do you see that? Everybody has to understand that. So your b for this problem is going to be pi divided by 6. So therefore I have 2 pi over pi divided by 6. Okay? Now, to get a fraction off your denominator, you multiply by the reciprocal. Okay? 2 pi times pi over 6. Your pi's cancel out, and you're left with 12. Okay? Then remember, guys, a cosine graph, remember, a cycle has 4 important points. For your cosine graph, we have 2 intercepts, a minimum, and the end of our period. So we can draw our graph now. And it says it goes up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? So it only goes as high as 10 and as low as negative 10. Then I also know that, remember my parent graph starts here, right? The parent graph for cosine? But this is a negative, so that means I'm going to reflect it. So now my graph is going to start down here. All right? Then we find our period, which will say, all right, let's make this to be 12. So you take your period, divide it by 4 important points. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. That means the distance between each important interval is going to be 3. So I can say the first one is 3. Let's go out of here. So the first one is 3. Add 3 more gives you 6. Add 3 more gives you 9. Add 3 more gives you 12. We need to make sure there's 3 important points. Because the cosine graph is going to have its maximum point here, its intercept, and the end of the period down here. So remember what the graph looks like. So that would have been one cycle, or one period of the graph. Remember, guys, the period just is going to keep on going. Or I'm sorry, the graph keeps on going. So you can continue. This would be 15, right? To 18, to 21, and then 24, right? Or you could continue doing it in the negative direction. This would be a negative 3, right? And then so on and so on. Yes?
That's with it already reflected, right?
This is it already reflected, yes. I figured out what the period was. I figured out what the amplitude was. The last thing I did was did my reflection and then set up my points. Anybody have any questions on that? No, Javier? No questions? Yes?
No.
Yeah, go ahead.